Hello everyone, my name is Satyajit Kamble. I am assistant professor in C.K. Thakur College, New Panvel, and now I will be explaining you Einstein's photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect. It is a phenomena of emission of electron from the surface of the metal when the metal plate is exposed to a radiation of suitable high frequency. Okay, again I am repeating. It is a phenomenon of emission of electron from the surface of the metal when the metal is exposed to a radiation of suitably high frequency. That means if the metal plate is exposed to a high frequency radiation, then electrons are emitted from the surface of the metal, and that phenomena is photoelectric effect. That emitted electrons are called as photoelectrons, and if that electrons are used to produce electric current in the circuit, then that current is called as photoelectric current. This phenomenon of photoelectric effect, it was discovered in 1887 by Heinrich Hertz. Listen, Hertz discovered the phenomena in their 1887, and explanation for this photoelectric effect, it was given by Einstein, Albert Einstein, in the year 1905. That means after around 17 years, Albert Einstein explained this phenomena, and for that explanation, he awarded Nobel Prize. And one more important thing, to explain this phenomena of photoelectric effect, Einstein used Max Planck's quantum theory. Okay, so first we'll go for Max Planck's quantum theory. According to Max Planck's quantum theory, any source of light emits radiation in the form of packets. That means radiations are always emitted or absorbed in the form of packets or bundle of energy. That packet, that bundle of energy is called as quanta or photon. So here I'm giving you example. Sun is emitting the radiation, visible radiation, and according to this quantum theory, sun is emitting the radiation. That means sun is emitting packet of energy, and that packet is quanta photon. Same way, if we consider any source of light in the surrounding, that source will emit a radiation. That means that source is emitting the packet called as photon. And for that photon, its energy is equal to h nu. That means energy of that packet, energy of that photon depends upon nu, called as frequency, and h is called as Planck's constant. So here from this Max Planck's quantum theory equation, we have energy of photon is equal to h nu. That means energy of the radiation depends upon frequency. It means radiation with a high frequency possess high energy, because here clearly it reflects that energy depends upon frequency. So high frequency radiation will possess high energy. Now here we have electromagnetic spectrum. To the extreme left we have gamma radiation, in the extreme right we have radio wave, and here these radiations we have arranged in the increasing order of their wavelength. So here sequence is gamma, X-ray, ultraviolet, visible, infrared, micro and radio. So from gamma radiation to radio waves, wavelength is increasing but frequency is decreasing, because frequency and wavelength there is a inverse relation. Okay, so here I can say that gamma radiations are the radiations with high frequency and short wavelength, and radio waves are the radiations with low frequency and long wavelength, because here in this spectrum frequency is decreasing from left to right. Now in the definition of photoelectric effect, it is a phenomena of emission of electron when the metal is exposed to a high frequency radiation. So to have this phenomena of photoelectric effect, we have to consider only high frequency radiation. And from this spectrum, here it clearly reflects that gamma, X-ray and ultraviolet are the radiations with high frequency. So these are the radiations required in order to have the phenomena of photoelectric effect. And the metal which shows that phenomena, that metal is photosensitive, because that metal is sensitive to photon. There are some metals which shows the photoelectric effect also for the visible radiation, because they are more sensitive, photosensitive. Now here, this is Einstein's explanation of photoelectric effect, that how that metal plate emits the electron by exposing it to the radiation. So here Einstein has given the explanation for that phenomena using Max Planck's quantum theory. So according to Einstein, when any metal plate, just observe the figure in the right hand side. Okay, when any metal plate is exposed to the radiation, that means it is exposed to the photon. So when that photon incidents on the metal plate, that photon collides with the electron present inside the metal. Okay, so listen, photoelectric effect is a one photon and one electron collision phenomena. By exposing the metal plate to the radiation, to the photon, that photon will collide with the electron present inside the metal. Then the electron absorb some of the energy from that photon to escape from the metal, and that minimum energy required to the electron to escape from the metal, that energy is called as work function. Its symbol is phi. Okay, so when the photon collides with electron, okay, when the photon collides with the electron absorbs the energy of the photon. Some of the energy is used by the electron to escape from the metal, called as work function, that is phi, and remaining energy is used by the electron as a maximum kinetic energy. And therefore here we have Einstein's equation, h nu equal to phi plus 1 by 2 mv square max. So h nu is the incident energy. Out of the incident energy, work function phi is used by the electron to escape from the metal, and remaining energy is used by the electron as a maximum kinetic energy. And this is famous photoelectric equation, Einstein's photoelectric equation. Okay, now here there are some characteristics of photoelectric effect. First point, it is one photon and one electron collision phenomena. Number two, for every photosensitive metal, there is a certain minimum frequency called as threshold frequency. Only at this frequency, photoelectric emission is possible. So listen, at this threshold frequency, electrons are just emitted. So in order to have a photoelectric effect phenomena, that metal plate has to expose with the frequency, minimum frequency required in order to have the emission of electron from the metal, and that minimum frequency is called as threshold frequency. If the incident frequency is less than threshold frequency, then photoelectric emission is not possible. Photoelectric emission is possible only when incident frequency is greater than threshold frequency. So this is one of the important point. Next, maximum kinetic energy of emitted electron depends on frequency, not on the intensity. Okay. So here, electron which is going to emit from that metal plate, its maximum kinetic energy depends on frequency, not on intensity. Now here, what is the difference between intensity and frequency? Intensity stands for number of photon and frequency stands for energy of photon. Okay. Suppose here we have two, I will explain this intensity and frequency by using this. So this is a visible spectrum. In the visible spectrum, we have a range of wavelength from violet to red. So violet is to the left hand side and red is to the right hand side. That means violet is a high frequency and red is low frequency. So here if we have two source of bulbs, that is one is violet, one is emitting violet color light and another source of light is emitting red color. So there are two bulbs, violet, one is emitting violet color, other is emitting red color, and both these bulbs have power of 40 watt, 40-watt bulb. Now you listen, in this case both the sources have a power of 40 watt. One is violet, other is red. So as the power is same, because of that intensity emitted by the two sources will be same. That means number of photon emitted by the two sources will be same. Okay, but energy emitted by the violet color will be greater. Why? Because violet color is a high frequency. High frequency, that means it possesses high energy. So in this way, between this violet and red color bulb, Violet color bulb will emit high frequency radiation as compared to red color, but both the bulbs will have same intensity. Is that clear? And here in this characteristics, statement is maximum kinetic energy depends only on frequency, not on intensity. That means if we increase the frequency of the radiation, then only maximum kinetic energy will change, not by increasing the intensity. Okay. Next, photoelectric current is directly proportional to the intensity of radiation, but provided frequency should be greater than threshold frequency. That means if we are using a radiation with a frequency greater than threshold, and if we increase the intensity of that source, then current in the circuit will increase. But by keeping the frequency less than threshold, and if we go on increasing the intensity, then there will be no photoelectric current. Okay. So here also photoelectric current is proportional to intensity of radiation, but for that provided frequency should be greater than threshold frequency. Now this is one of the device called as photocell. This photocell is a device works on the principle of photoelectric effect. So this is a diagram for this photocell. There is one cathode, which is a photosensitive metal. There is one anode. Both these cathode and anode are placed inside a evacuated tube, glass tube. Okay, and there is a connection of battery and microammeter. Now here cathode and anode are not connected, so there will be no current will flow in the circuit. But in this case, when this photosensitive metal is exposed to a radiation of suitable high frequency, then again that photon will collide with the electrons present in the cathode. That electron will absorb the energy of that photon and will emit the electrons, and that electron which are emitted from the cathode will have sufficient high kinetic energy, and these electrons will reach the anode, and in this way, because of motion of electron from cathode to anode, circuit will complete and electric current will be produced in the circuit. And in this way, this photocell converts light energy into electric current. Okay, so it works on the principle of photoelectric effect. So this cathode is going to emit the electron only when incident frequency is greater than threshold frequency. And listen here, one more point, that current which is going to produce, that current is very small in magnitude and it is present in microampere. These are some of the applications of photocell. First application is exposure meter. Now exposure meter is used along with the camera to find the correct time of exposure. This exposure meter consists of photocell. Along with the photocell, there is a connection of battery and ammeter. When this camera is focused on particular object to take the photograph, then light from the object enters into the camera, and that light enters incidence on the photocell, which produces photoelectric current. And because of that, ammeter in the connected in the circuit gives some deflection, such that magnitude of the deflection in the ammeter is directly proportional to the intensity of the light which is entering inside the camera. And further, by calibrations are done on that microammeter to find the correct time of exposure, and this arrangement is called as exposure meter. Next application is reproduction of sound in motion picture. So in the figure there is one cinema film. So at the edges of the cinema film there is a soundtrack recorded. Now here, to reproduce that sound we use photocell. For this, the soundtrack which are recorded at the edge of the cinema film, light from the powerful lamp is allowed to pass to that soundtrack, and further that transmitted light is allowed to incident on the photocell. Now here, intensity of the transmitted light through the soundtrack changes as per the variations in the soundtrack, and therefore that photoelectric current which is going to produce, it also varies as per the changes in the intensity of the transmitted light. And further, that variations produced in the photoelectric current are amplified and fed to the loudspeaker, and that loudspeaker produces the sound which is recorded in this soundtrack, and this is called as reproduction of sound, where we have used photocell. Next application is burglar alarm. So this is the arrangement. There is one infrared source. Exactly in front of the infrared source, there is a photocell. Now infrared source is going to emit infrared rays, which are invisible radiations, and as that light rays, infrared radiations, are continuously falling on the photocell, give rise to photoelectric current. Now in this burglar alarm, photocell operates relay mechanism. Now here, if any person crosses this infrared beam, in that case, light, infrared light, which is falling on the photocell, cuts off. Because of that, photoelectric current in the circuit becomes zero. And as the photoelectric current in the circuit becomes zero, it operates relay mechanism, and in that relay mechanism, that another circuit operates, and it starts ringing the bell. And this arrangement is called as burglar alarm. In this way, we have studied the phenomena of photoelectric effect, the device photocell which works on that phenomena, and the application of photocell. Thank you.